Hey everyone. I think we're live now. Sorry if there's any technical difficulties, but just trying to get the hang of things here. So let's go ahead and get started. And today I'm going to be talking all about holistic beauty and skincare secrets. And I'll share with you my secrets and tips that I use. And less is more. That's really the key to what I'm going to be talking about. So welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining, and welcome to my first, I guess, episode or launch of Radiant Lifestyle TV. So this is going to be a channel where I'm going to talk about all things holistic health, holistic beauty, and that includes things like nutrition, as well as natural beauty and skincare, and also to focus on the holistic part of health and beauty, which means taking the whole mind, body, and spirit approach. So I will be getting into also a little bit of topics, things like more of the mindset stuff, and also some spirituality, which may sound a little woo-woo to some of you. Some of you guys may be really into that stuff, but I'm going to be talking also on my channel about things like the chakras, which I have incorporated into my skincare line, and also crystals, which is really fun. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Thanks again for joining. And if you do have any topics that you want me to talk about in upcoming episodes, I would love to hear from you. You can add a comment. And to be honest, I'm not sure how these comments work, so hopefully I can figure that out as we go, because I do want you guys to be able to ask questions at any time throughout the training tonight. I think I found the chat room. All right. Yeah, I think I see where the chat is, so you can ask me any questions in the chat. Okay, so a little bit about my background. I am a certified holistic nutritionist, and we are going to be talking about beauty and skincare today. But I wanted to start off by saying that beauty and skincare, a big component of that is really, it's all about nourishing your body with healthy foods. And that is going to, in turn, have an impact on all kinds of things related to your health, including your skincare. So, all right. So specifically, my kind of past and experience that led me to get more interested in skincare. I have had sensitive skin, bad skin, acne into my adulthood, different kinds of skin issues. And the more I started to learn about the impact of nutrition with that, and especially as I got more into the holistic nutrition, including going to nutrition school, I started to learn more about how the skin is so important. It's our largest organ, and you've probably heard it before about how a lot of the chemicals and ingredients that you put on your skin is actually absorbed right into your bloodstream. So that actually can hit your bloodstream even faster than the foods you eat, because they have to take time to be digested. Not all components of everything you put on your skin, obviously, but it depends on things like the particle size. But the point is really that a lot of these skincare products and chemicals are being absorbed into your bloodstream, and they're really not healthy for you. So I started to learn more about this, experiment with my own DIY, I guess you could say, kind of skincare products. Everything from like starting out with things like toothpaste, deodorant, other skincare like scrubs, and eventually more of the butters and things like that. And long story short, but basically what got me to my skincare line, Radiant Botanics, was more, again, back to this holistic mind, body, spirit approach, and incorporating things like positive affirmations and crystals, and they're all based on the 7 chakras. So not going to get into that tonight, but I will say that we have an awesome giveaway. So if you stay to the end, it'll probably be about half an hour for the full training, and I'll be giving away some awesome Radiant Botanics products. So just to quickly show you, there's scrubs. This is the piece, which is the heart chakra. There's the hand and body butter. This is power. This is the solar plexus. And bath salts. And here is the sexy, which is your sacral chakra. So one lucky winner will get 7 full-size products, including a mix of the scrubs, the butters, and the bath salts. And you'll get 1 product from each of the chakras. All right. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat as we go. And I'll start off by talking a little bit about the definition of beauty. So first of all, what the beauty industry would have you believe about what beauty is. And first of all, I don't know the exact statistic, but the beauty industry is basically makes hundreds of billions of dollars every single year. So definitely they are obviously trying to sell us products. And they're focused more on the exterior of beauty and just looking good without necessarily focusing on ingredients that are good for our skin. It's often more about covering up so-called imperfections and just looking more kind of perfect and polished, but not really addressing the root cause of any skin issues. And sometimes actually, as we're going to get into, making the condition of your skin that you're trying to treat, that you're trying to heal, making it a lot worse in the long run, especially, and sometimes even just immediately. So they also feed on our insecurities, right? Like just thinking we have to be perfect and beautiful and just flawless skin, which is not even realistic, and getting rid of all signs of aging and wrinkles and things like that. And yeah, it's just not necessarily geared towards making you feel good, but more playing on our insecurities. And some of these products that are being sold and marketed as trying to, again, make us look beautiful and younger and solve all our problems and make us live this happier, ideal life, they're very expensive. And they're also, again, filled with harmful ingredients that are doing our skins a lot of damage. So I just have some notes here because I don't want to forget anything. And yeah, my definition of beauty, I like to call it radiant beauty. So radiant beauty really, I believe, starts from within. It starts from things that I mentioned earlier, like the food that we nourish our bodies with. That has an impact on our overall health, the health of our cells, and that just shows in the appearance of our skin. Also, the ingredients that we put on our skin are super important as well. And I believe that they should be focused on healing our skin and really enhancing our natural beauty rather than trying to cover things up and not get to the root of any potential issues that you're having with your skin. So of course I'm being very general, and there are a lot more really good quality, eco-friendly, clean, green, organic, whatever words you want to use. There are a lot of good skincare companies, more and more coming up every day. So that's why it is really important, I think, to raise awareness about this so that we can use our buying power as consumers to make good choices and to send a message to that beauty industry that there is a high demand for quality products. And hopefully after this today, you'll realize that you don't need to spend a lot of money on super expensive, crappy products that are not good for you. All right. Let's start by getting into the skincare ingredients, but first let's start to talk about the microbiome. And I'm not going to get too technical, don't worry. I'm not even talking about the microbiome of our gut, which we hear a lot about these days. But our skin also has its own microbiome and its own kind of colony of bacteria. That may not be the most pleasant thing to think about, but our skin does have a microbiome of bacteria that helps keep it in balance and healthy and free from any kind of skin issues that can be caused by disrupting that microbiome. So back to the commercial or conventional beauty products, even some of these gentle cleansers that you'll see in the health food stores, even those can disrupt the microbiome of our skin and strip away that protective layer that can cause issues and dry out your skin, and also, depending on the ingredients, have an impact on your hormones, which is definitely not a good thing. Another thing that's really common in skincare these days, if you look at the ingredients, not my products, there's no water in here, but if you look at ingredients on probably the majority of the products that you have, anything from cleansers to toners to creams and lotions, you're going to very often see that water is the first ingredient. And that's not necessarily a good thing for a couple of reasons. First of all, when you put that product on your skin that contains a high amount of water in it, what happens is that water can evaporate before it's fully absorbed into your skin. And when that happens, it can take away with it some of your skin's natural oils, and that can in turn dry out your skin. So you then feel like you need more moisturizer. So you keep adding more moisturizer, and more of those oils are getting stripped away. So your skin could continue to get drier and drier. And you can see how that is can be a vicious cycle, right? And that's kind of what the beauty industry preys on, is that you buy the moisturizer, you use it, it's going to dry out your skin, you're going to need more moisturizer, you're going to spend more money. So that's one thing that can happen. And another thing that can happen when the natural oils are stripped away because of the excess water in the skincare ingredients is your skin will produce more sebum to compensate, and that can cause you to have oily skin. Or if you have acne, it can cause it to be worse. Again, more kind of vicious cycle of products that are being marketed to us but are actually causing you to need more of that product to try to fix the issue that you think you have, but really that product is causing the issue in the first place. So it's pretty crazy when you think of it. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about I'm being a little bit general here again, but there's 4 main components that are in a lot of these commercial skincare cleansers and similar type of products. The first one, speaking back to having the water in your skincare products, are emulsifiers. So emulsifiers are required to blend the water that's in these products with the oil, right? So we know that water and oil don't mix. You need an emulsifier basically so that they'll mix and have a nice, smooth, and consistent texture. The problem with most emulsifiers is that they kill good bacteria. They can destroy the acid mantle of the skin. They can stay on the surface of the skin for a really long time, just continuing to cause damage. And they can also remove the top layer of skin, which is very protective and important. They can also promote the formation of carcinogenic compounds. So that's emollients, which is number 1. Number 2 is preservatives. So again, back to water in skincare. What happens when you add the water is that it makes the product more likely or faster to go rancid or develop mold or those type of things. Probably one of the most common preservatives, although there's a lot of marketing now for products that are not using parabens, but parabens, that's still a pretty common preservative in skincare. What some of the issues are with parabens are that they alter the pH of the skin, which just disrupts that natural balance. It irritates the skin, it can dry out the skin. Parabens and other preservatives are also known endocrine disruptors, which means they're messing up your hormones. They can mutate the microbes on your skin's microbiome and also even cause DNA damage. So not very good. The third component in a lot of commercial skincare products is emollients. These are things like petroleum and silicone that make your skin feel super smooth and soft. But what they're actually doing, well, first of all, petroleum, right? Like I don't think I have to explain why petroleum is bad to be putting on your skin. And even, companies that have petroleum or mineral oil in their products will tell you that it's safe because it's super, super refined. First of all, it's still petroleum. It's bad for the environment. All that ultra refining is also just not good for the environment. And there have been instances, or actually just through that process, it can add impurities, which are carcinogenic. So that's emollients. They also create free radical damage. They block the skin's breathability. They imbalance your bacteria. They're endocrine disruptors again, and they can actually create inflammation. Number 4, this is the last component that I'm going to talk about. Then I'll get into my less is more super simple skincare secret. But first, number 4 again is surfactants. These are the ingredients that are like a foaming agent. Another one of the common ones that you may have heard of that's on all these lists of ingredients to avoid is sodium lauryl sulfate. That and other surfactants are really small microscopic particles, and they insert themselves into the skin, and then they stay there after you rinse. So that's really not good. They also remove the lipid barrier. Again, they disrupt the acid mantle of the skin. They imbalance your sebum production, and they also cause drying. That's a really quick overview. And again, a little bit general, but basically a lot of skincare products contain all those components. And you can see that there's a lot of commonalities and not really what you want to be putting on your skin. So again, just another example of how that can become a vicious cycle. Exfoliating is another thing that we tend to over-exfoliate. There's a lot of media, especially in the beauty industry, about the importance of exfoliation. And while it is good to have a little bit of exfoliation, you don't need these harsh exfoliators, and you don't need to do that every day. So again, we over-exfoliate, our skin either gets dried or irritated. We try adding more moisturizer. That in turn disrupts the skin, causes all kinds of problems that we talked about with either drying your skin or making your skin oily. And again, it's like a domino effect where one thing leads to another, and you're trying to buy more products to fix the things that the last product you used, the damage that it did to your skin. All right. So this may sound all depressing and all doom and gloom. And maybe you're gonna take another look at some of your beauty and skincare products and get a little bit depressed, but don't worry, there's good news, and that's what I'm going to talk about now. So you can actually achieve the most beautiful skin by getting rid of all these expensive products or just general drugstore products that are causing all kinds of issues. and you can totally simplify your skincare routine. So I encourage you to ditch that definition of the mainstream beauty and choose a different path. Choose the radiant beauty path, and that includes using beautiful, all natural botanical ingredients on your skin and ditching all these crazy chemicals and crappy products. So the big kind of really easy step is all around oil and oil cleansing and oil as a moisturizer. So it might sound a little bit counterintuitive if you haven't heard of this before about cleansing your face with just oil, but it's super beneficial. It's going to save you a lot of money, and it is just really awesome and will make you have beautiful, radiant skin. So I cleanse my face with a blend of oil. There's one important oil that if you're going to invest in anything, it's a carrier oil. It's jojoba oil. You may have heard of it before. Here is my jojoba oil. It's about 473 milliliters. This is like less than $30 Canadian. And this is like the one thing that could replace tons of your other beauty products that you're wasting your money on. All right. So what you do is you take some carrier oil. I meant to show you my little 60 ml little vial with an eyedropper that I use for my oil blends. But basically what you will do, it's pretty common. You can find these containers, 60 milliliters. You fill it with mostly like pretty much right to the top with one of the carrier oils. So again, I'll go through the different carrier oils. And then if you want to get a little fancier and add some essential oils, which can just amplify the benefits that you're going to get. All right, so yeah, start with jojoba oil. This is not even really an oil. It's actually a wax, and it's closest in constitution, I guess you'd say, to the skin's sebum. So it's great for all skin types. It's non-greasy. It's very balancing, so it's great to moisturize, but it can also unclog pores in oily skin. This is the main staple that I use in my cleansing oil. And another one, it is more expensive, but it's also really good for the skin. It's sea buckthorn oil. You can see mine's a little stained here. And it does have an orangey color, an orangey tinge to it. But sea buckthorn oil, it's a great natural cleanser and exfoliator. And it helps reduce the signs of aging. It promotes skin hydration and elasticity. So I'll get into the essential oils in a minute, but basically, if you're not familiar with oil cleansing, you blend, again, you can just use jojoba. That's totally awesome, and you'll have amazing results with some essential oils, a few drops, and you just basically rub it all over your face, kind of give yourself a nice little face massage with the oils on there, and leave it on for a few seconds, and then take a face cloth and wet it with a little bit of water, and then just wash that off your face. And then you can follow that up instead of using commercial moisturizers. Again, you just want to use oil to moisturize your face. You can use the same blend. So if you're using jojoba, you can definitely cleanse your face with the jojoba and some essential oils. And you can also use that as a serum or a moisturizer after you do your cleansing. Or you can get a little bit fancier with some other carrier oils that I'll get into. All right, what do we have here? Camellia seed oil. This is a nice one to use more in your moisturizer or serum. It's very high in antioxidants. It also reduces the appearance of mature skin. It is easily absorbed, so it doesn't leave your skin feeling greasy. That's a nice one to include. What else? Raspberry seed oil. This one's really good because it's a natural sun protectant. So I like to use that in my moisturizer serum every day in the morning. And it's also another one that's anti-aging, supposedly, and high in vitamin C, which is an important antioxidant. Rose hip. This is another really nice one for a moisturizer or a serum. And it's very healing, it's rejuvenating, it's great for dry skin and aging skin, and also it's really good for eczema. All right, what else? Argan oil is another good one that you've probably heard a lot about. It's in a lot of skincare products and even hair care products. I'd say, like, just if you're buying an argan product, look at the other ingredients, because a lot of times it's also filled with some other crappy stuff that you don't need on your skin. So you can buy a bottle of argan oil, pure argan oil, and it's much better for you than one that's more diluted or contains other chemicals and things like that we've talked about. All right, so that's it for the cleansing and the moisturizing in terms of the carrier oils that you'll use as a base. And you want to fill your container. Actually, I'm going to run really quickly and grab mine. Sorry for the brief delay. All right, so back. So these are the bottles that I was talking about. You can see mine's kind of covered in oil, but it has a nice little dropper here. You can easily find these on Amazon, or you may have some from some other products that you used. You'd fill it pretty much to the top with a carrier oil or multiple carrier oils. Again, the best one that you can use is jojoba, really super inexpensive. And then you're going to put, in this size, which is 60 milliliters, probably about 20 to 30 drops of essential oils. So this one here is my serum, and it's a little messy. And this one's my cleanser. That's the one that has the sea buckthorn in it. So another note about the sea buckthorn oil, you saw that it was kind of orangey, so not necessarily one that you want to use as a moisturizer, but more for cleansing. All right, let's get into a little bit of essential oils that are really good for your skin. First of all is frankincense, which you can see here. Frankincense is really great for a lot of things outside of skincare. Frankincense is one of the most amazing essential oils, but in terms of skincare, it's really good for balancing oily skin. It is regenerative for aging skin, and also good for wrinkle. I don't like to say wrinkle prevention, because I think it's more like wrinkle, I guess you could say wrinkle prevention and reduction. So that's frankincense. Carrot seed I have somewhere here. Carrot seed is another really nice one. It's great for toning the skin. It adds elasticity. It also helps to reduce age spots and fade age spots and scars, and it's good for eczema. So I really like this one. This is another so-called anti-aging, although I don't necessarily like that term, but it is good to, again, add that elasticity into your skin. Liang is another good one for skin. It balances oil production and also helps prevent signs of aging. Geranium, I think I have here, is rejuvenating to damaged skin. It's soothing to skin irritations, also good for acne and eczema, and balancing sebum production. Lavender is really good, again, for all skin types. It stimulates new cell growth. It kills bacteria. It prevents scarring. And it's also great for sunburns, actually, and also for acne. So another really versatile one. And it's also very inexpensive. Okay, those are the main ones. I'll just really briefly, I know we're already at half an hour, so I'll go quickly. But a couple more beautiful essential oils, although they're a lot more expensive. I just mainly, I guess, wanted to say, first, I'll just really quickly, Rose, which is beautiful. This is Rose. It's actually Rose Absolute, but it's the pure essence of the rose petals, basically. It is very, very expensive. So one thing to note, if you're buying a rose essential oil, you want to make sure it's pure. Just to give you an example on the price, this, how much is this? This is 15 milliliters, but to buy 5 milliliters, which is like a third of the size of this, it's about $75 Canadian. So again, super expensive. I have it because I love it and I use it in my Radiant Botanics products. So I do also put just 1 or 2 drops in my skin serum. That's all you need. And another one of my favorites is Neroli, which is also super expensive, but it's beautiful. I think it's probably my best smelling, really nice essential oil. And Neroli, again, it's the most expensive definitely that I have, and it costs $110 for 5 milliliters. So just be careful if you're buying stuff with oils like Rose and Neroli that if they're super cheap, they're probably not the real thing. All right, so that's basically it in terms of really simplifying your skincare routine. You can get rid of so many of your products and just basically have 2 little vials of oils to cleanse your face, to moisturize your face, to make you look more beautiful, nourish your skin cells, and keep your skin balanced and really help to heal if you do have any skin issues. So thank you guys so much. Just in wrapping up, a couple things. Exfoliator, I'll just talk a little bit about that. I mentioned earlier that there's a lot of over exfoliation going on. Really, all you need to do, I mean, the exfoliating action just of the cloth as you wipe the oils off your face is actually pretty good. But if you put just a little bit of either baking soda or a little bit of a clay, if you are using clay for face masks, just put a little bit of that on the cloth with the water as you're washing off the oils, and that will give you enough exfoliation and all that you need, really. Okay, so that is the basics, and that's what I wanted to teach you guys. Hopefully you found some of this useful. And if you do have any questions, again, please feel free to put it in the chat box. I'm gonna check here. I don't see anything. All right, so in closing, again, I do have a giveaway. It looks like there's still a couple people watching right now. So what I would like you to do is to just type a comment in the chat. Let me know you're still here. Let me know you're interested in the contest, and I'll give you a couple seconds, and then I'm just gonna randomly draw a number, and we'll see who will win some Radiant Botanics products. I hope this chat is working, but let's just see here. Okay. All right, I'm sorry guys, I'm not sure if this is actually the chat, if I'm seeing your chats. I see there's some people on, but I don't see any comments. So what I'll ask you to do if you were watching live, I do definitely want to give away some of my Radiant Botanics products. So I will post in the description at the end after I'm done, and you guys can let me know if you were on, if you were watching. Maybe I'll ask you a little question to see if you were really here, or if you wanted to watch the replay and leave me a comment. I will keep those open for a period of time, and I will definitely choose a winner for the Radiant Botanics giveaway. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining, and I look forward to bringing you future episodes of Radiant Lifestyle TV. Thanks. Bye.